The second vendor, her name is, sorry, bear with me. Her name is Frances. Her company is called Tyliswoman. Frances has been with Black Bronze for over 11 months now. And before I hand you over to her, the question, what type of jewellery does Tyliswoman sell? And over to you.
Thanks, Marie.
That's okay.
Hello, everyone. This is my first time of doing Facebook Live, so forgive me in advance if I make some mistakes. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and then give you, that's a backdrop to what I do and why I do what I do. My passion is jewelry, has always been jewelry. But I also grew up in West Africa, predominantly Ghana, but also was privileged because, you know, the borders are not created by us and we've got family all over. So I ended up having time in different parts of West Africa, you know, from Mali to Burkina Faso to Togo, because we've got family there, during cultural events, school holidays and so forth. And I was then able to grasp, witness, participate, the love and support of my family, but also the larger environment, and saw how people were really creative with their hands, with making all sorts of stuff. And as a child, I used to participate when my grandmother used to make glass beads from clay, which she would then fire and then would then color it. I saw, you know, other relatives carving delicate rings and earrings out of cow horn, out of wood. So I grew up watching all of this and I was fascinated. So that's where my love for jewelry was born. And as I got older and wanted to make a little bit of a side, initially it was just a side hustle, replicating my personal jewelry to friends and family. And then it snowballed into a larger thing. I joined Black Bronze, goodness, 11 months ago. It doesn't feel like 11 months ago, but I joined Black Bronze during the first lockdown to showcase my design and get it out to the larger community. As I said, Tyliswoman is my business, is about jewelry, but it's also about jewelry with inspiration and purpose. So it's about inspiring you to deepen your knowledge of each design, inspire you to explore and to wear your jewelry with pride. Tyliswoman jewelry is bespoke and affordable by using traditional organic materials and manufacturing techniques that are sustainable and friendly to the environment. That's why I don't mass produce, but use materials that are readily available according to the season and the environment. All my designs are inspired by timeless, traditional and modern African cultural symbols and designs. And each design that I have, I've used, has a story, and it's really sharing those stories and histories with people who wear my designs. So for instance, you know, it's now a given fad trend for people to wear the ankh, but and as great as it is, people often don't know what it means, don't know how even to wear it, and the cultural context around it. So in buying a bespoke design from me, it's about getting to have a richer understanding of the design, where it comes from, how it's adapted in different environments, and then you can wear it knowing that you're wearing it with purpose. So again, I'll make reference to the ankh. Now, the ankh has got a universal image that we are all familiar with. But if you go to West Africa, all the countries that I've named, you've got what they call the fertility doll. Actually, traditionally, the fertility doll in West Africa is the ankh. Do your research and you'll find it to be true. So my myself and my team that I work with, who are based in Africa. So I'll do the design, I'll do a template. If it's a custom design, I'll make it myself. If it's not, if I need to make a bit more, I'll send it to my team, and then we'll work on it and adapt it to the customer needs. As I said, I want to share the history of each design with my customers. So going back to the Ankh, I just want to read you a little bit of history that I uncovered about the Ankh, because I think it's really quite important. In the Coptic dialogue, the late Kemet period in African history, kingdom, again, do your research. The term Ankh, or similar to Ankh, as produced in the West, or Kwa, or Ankwakwa, which is also pronounced in West Africa, means life. Again, it's direct correlation to the Ankh as we know it in ancient Coptic times. But due to colonization and the imposition of Christianity and Islam, the usage had been relegated to almost like a fertility taliswoman, whereas before this period, it was a scripture of the Kwa of West Africa, which was used on personal shrines. So the doll will be inherited by your mother or your father, who will then give it to you. You will then put it on your daily shrine, and you will offer water, you will offer fire, fruits, and you would set your intentions on a daily basis to your shrine. And you're setting your intentions, but you're also acknowledging your ancestors who came before you. So when we wear the Ankh, we're not just wearing a jewelry, we're making a statement that we are aware of its history, its magnitude, its impact, and that we are also celebrating our ancestors. Similarly, like I said before, I started to make jewelry initially for myself and friends because then I was based here, using shells, glass, and cowrie beads from West Africa, and then gradually migrated to sculpturing cow horn, which I processed by boiling, dyeing with vegetable dye, henna, and then use those to make pendants and earrings. And I was really pleasantly surprised by the reception that I got, and this encouraged me to increase my range and style, as well as the exploration of different materials. I then migrated, this is back in 2000, I started to migrate to making earrings, just out of African, earrings out of the shape of Africa, and using materials such as wood, brass, and sterling silver. Mostly it was really small production for friends and for people who want to, I don't know, birthday presents. So really commissioned pieces. And as time went on, when I started trading in London markets as well as trade shows, I then increased the range and brought it out there. And again, it's been well received. And my time on black bronze has shown me that, again, it's classic. Those are simple designs that just go, are really well received, and they go so well, they move really well. The other reason why I decided to increase and provide information about my jewelry is because, as I said, it's important to let people know what you're wearing, why you're wearing it, and the context within which you're wearing it. And I became acutely aware when I became a parent that it was important that I have to educate, and I have a responsibility to educate and pass on my culture to my child and her friends, anybody who was interested. So I started to do my research, and also started to research my own spiritual lineage. Like I said, you know, I started to have my shrine and started to use it. And then from this period, I started to use, make jewelry with a spiritual dimension, including the Ankh and the Jinami symbol. Again, you can go on my site, and all the jewelry that is highlighted have got descriptions of what it means, where it comes from, and so forth. So from there, I have just grown and grown. Now, when I got the invitation from Marie to join Black Bronze, I was excited and grateful because that was the first lockdown. But I will answer that question in a minute. But I was not very technical at all. And I've been on Etsy and eBay for months. I've registered my name. But in terms of loading up stuff, didn't have a clue. And actually didn't really want to have a clue either, because I enjoy the face-to-face contact, discussing, sharing with people buying my products. But when I got invitation to join Black Bronze, thank you, Marie. Marie and her partner went through step by step how to load, edit, describe all my products and so forth, and which is just amazing. I loved it. So yes, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I think my 10 minutes up, so I'll answer the question that was posed. Thanks, Marie.
Okay, what's put me on together? 2 seconds. Okay, thank you for the presentation, Francis. It was lovely. Just want to congratulate the winner who's won. Have you got the earrings with you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, lovely. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Cara Marie? Kaya Marie, lovely. You have now won a lovely pair of earrings, which will be delivered to you by Tyliswoman. There is a question. A question has been asked. How long will it take you to make a bespoke full piece of jewellery? You sure?
It depends on the design.
Okay.
And it depends on the material being used. So for instance, when this, these rings, these earrings that I'm showcasing, the sterling silver outline map of Africa, the first batch I didn't cast it, I did it by hand. And it took me about 2 hours to cut it out, file it, and so forth. And the smaller the piece, as a general rule, the smaller the piece of jewelry, the harder it is and longer it takes to work on. So I hope that answers you.
I hope that's clear for the person who's asked the question. Thank you. Okay then, thanks so much, Francis. We are now going to go to our third vendor.